Dream Team Tonic, and it's live.
Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast as we preview Game Week 19 Sun Dream Team, which is a FA Cup and Carabao Cup double game week. We've got a special guest with us this evening. He's one of our own, popular member of the Discord as well. Also, the Discord community support officer, I've heard some people call him. And our Newcastle correspondent, Connor, aka Conk. How are you doing?
I'm not bad. Thank you for having me. It'll about time. I knew it'll come in with the upcoming double.
Yeah, we needed some Newcastle advice. Never seen so many people keen to bring in Newcastle players, but there's one who keeps getting on everyone's nerves. I think we're going to be talking about a fair bit.
Good old player.
Tony, you good over there?
All good, mate. All good. Ready for
Ben?
another crazy week.
You say you're watching the football there, Ben?
Yeah, got it on in the background.
Didn't you do the tour?
yeah,
You done the tour recently?
Hey?
Is it the tour this weekend you did?
Yeah, I went to the King Power Stadium for the tour. Took my son for his 10th birthday. Surprised him, like, he loved it.
Some trophy cabinet that puts house to shame.
Yeah,
Right, well-
he was saying that a lot of people be jealous of our trophy cabinet.
Was it in there? Did they put like a replica in there?
There's the Premier League, FA Cup,
Lovely.
Community Shield.
Well, it's a Monday night. We are midway through Game Week 18, so we've still got a few more Premier League matches to come. But as there's no football on this evening, we've got a jam-packed chat box. We've got Josh in the chat, P. Sandywell, Paul, Reese, Mezza, Joe. A lot of sad United. Well, actually, no, we've got one happy United fan, and we've got one unhappy United fan. So we'll have to have a little chat about Amorim a bit later. Dave's in here with us. DT Philip, another Newcastle fan. Robert, Miss Noopy's here. Mark's here. Samantha's here. The time's almost upon us to face the Pompey. Samantha's Portsmouth fan there. Nathan Wisby. And who else we've got? Ian. We'll have to wrap it there. Far too many. Andy Barnett. We can finish on you. Andy Barnett, welcome. Welcome, everyone.
Good evening.
If you're new, and you're listening a bit later on, hit that like, subscribe if you're not already, and you can consider pressing that join button to become part of the Dream Team Tonic community, get access to our Discord, and a few other benefits there. Right, straight into it. Connor. Is this your team?
Unfortunately.
How's your season going so far? I think the last time we got you on was before the season, wasn't it?
It might have been one of the earlier weeks, like 3 or 4. I think I'm up to about 1.8k overall, which is all right. I'd like to have been better, but bit unlucky with all clean wipes I've been getting recently. 2 Arsenal clean wipes. I think like next last 3 games. Nunes on sub, crushing.
TK, wasn't it this time? That one.
Yeah. But I'm happy with Vanderven. He was too cheap at 2.9 mil. I had to get him in, but I don't know how he didn't go up 0.3.
What did he go to?
He went up 0.2, 2.9 to 3.1. But at that type of price, when he's getting like 14 points for a week, you expect him 0.3 all day.
I can't believe that was another attack in return. How many is that? He's on 5 goals. I'm not sure how many assists
He got scammed. It should have been a goal. Ben Davis doing a nanny.
It did come up on my alerts as Van de Ven goal first. Then when I rechecked,
but Ben Davis put his foot out and tapped it. Hall class. Everyone should go in Hall. That's the early Newcastle advice. Everyone get on Lewis Hall. Raya 1 point, Timber 3, Gabby, best defender in game, scores every week. Will he score next?
Goal and assist. He's so good. He's assisting the other team now.
He's wiping out my clean. Saka standard. Gordon 1 point. Frustrating, but I think I'm going to hold him. Put him in for the fixture run, didn't we? We won't just put him in for that one fixture. If he scores a penalty against Leeds, 90th minute, everyone will be putting Gordon in for double. It'll be essential again. Standard. I think it's a very template team, to be fair. My main differential is the Arsenal block, and I keep getting clean wipes in 85th minute plus.
You think you're going to end up sticking with the Arsenal defence? Because they are normally reliable, but it's not been the best recent.
Well, I'm tempted to do Ekatike to one of Bruno or Rice. Possibly Bruno, because I think he's a good captaincy option for next week. And then probably going to use Raya as a cash cow, because I can't afford him. And when he's going to go down with his 1 point, I don't think I can justify it. And I can get to Pope.
You'll get a clean sheet against Liverpool. Clean sheet against Liverpool for Raya.
If I do, that'll end up changing my mind, and then I'm stuffed. I don't know how I'm going to get to Bruno.
No, I don't see Raya keeping Ekatike out, to be honest.
I'll be fuming if Ekatike wipes that triple clean after I took him out. It was Timber last week, wasn't it? I subbed him out and then he got 10 points, so I ended up getting like 6 point gain on Palmer. So it's just shite. I've wasted the last 2 subs so far. I'm all out as well. No more boosters either.
Yeah, no more boosters, and this was the final sub.
Yeah, I'm playing Dream Team the old way now.
Back to classic game.
The thing is that is always the trouble with a double. That rhymes. Is when you do the sub, obviously you've always got the danger of them going back in for the second game, and like Timber did. So he did me over.
Yeah. Well, my thought process was that Ekatike, I don't want him to score anyway, even if he is back. So because I'll hope I'm going to get the points in Fulham game, and then hopefully blank. But now he's not even certain to be back for Arsenal game. I don't want him to do anything. So I just thought I'll get him out.
Liverpool didn't even score against Fulham. It were offside. I'm sorry, you're disallowing goals for the shirt to the shoulder is just offside. His foot, it was like at least a good, 5-inch past where the other foot was on that line of the green. Unless you got a pissed up guy who's mowing the pitch, that's a straight line. That it's just so obvious. I don't know. It's just obviously Liverpool fan in VAR box.
Corruption. Yep. Any early thoughts there? You mentioned possibly Bruno G or
if I do anything, it'll be. But the most likely thing is Ekatike and Raya to Bruno Rice and then a Popong or Vicario. But I'm not too sure Vicario is going to play the game next week, so it'll probably be Pope because I think he'll get 1.
We'll save the keeper chat because I'm sure there's a question on that as well. We'll go on to Tony's team because I think a few of these bits we're gonna touch upon in the questions. So Tony, 55.
Yeah, 1 point more than your Conk so far. I've broke the Arsenal block. I've broke the Arsenal defence. I did it to try and help City out, but they're not doing themselves no favours. The frustrating bit, Gabriel, obviously because they already had Hincapié and I put Raya in. I weren't going to bring Gabriel in because it's just too much then. But for him to give the clean sheet away and then score himself, I'm like, what a prick. You can't. Honestly, not having him, you can't write that. So Gabriel wipes out the clean sheet, then goes and gets everybody else 9 points. Fair play to him. So it's still been a bit of a failure, but I'm hoping Liverpool, honestly, they're poor. think if that same back line plays against Liverpool, I don't think Liverpool score. So hopefully we'll see. Núñez didn't quite get as much of the returns that he's been getting recently. I think obviously everyone jumping on him has slowed him down a little bit and to carry a bit too much
pressure.
Yeah, Gordon, it's frustrating, isn't he? I mean that goal, like, gives the advantage to the attacker. We need to see this daylight rule brought back. There is no advantage to Visser's arm being further that way than the other guy's body. That isn't an advantage. An advantage is being stood a foot further forward than the player. I think it's absolutely nonsense, and they need to look at that rule. It's an entertainment business. We pay to see goals. We want to see goals. We don't want to see bloody VAR decisions and disallowed goals. That counts for everyone. That's every team. I just want to see goals. I don't want to see Gordon celebrating with his dodgy haircut and then my points being taken off me.
Well, I was going to say it's unrelated. It's not Dream Team related, but I was trying to explain that goal to my brother earlier, and I brought up YouTube, and I don't know if everyone else has this complaint, but the Sky highlights misses so much out of the game. And I was trying to explain the offside goal, and I played it, and they didn't even include the offside goal in the highlights.
Get away.
That Gordon one. Yeah, not even in the Sky highlights. The 3 minute.
I mean, to be fair, Newcastle absolutely battered them, didn't they? They were brilliant, Newcastle. So I suppose the disallowed goal didn't really matter to anybody other than Gordon owners in Dream Team.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, it just means he's sat on a one-pointer when actually he scored a very good goal. But yeah, so just a 1 for him. Saka 5, Foden 5. I've well and truly broke Foden. So yeah, he's not done one of them monster hauls since I've had him. Cherky, did he not go up? I'm sure I looked at him this morning. They were on 5, but
I think he's gone down and Foden went up.
Right, that's why I'm on the same points. Right, yeah. Yeah, so Cherky just the 3. Bruno transfer in this week, 14. Nice header, nice goal. Great performance, just all round. You know what he's like. Watkins, honestly, I thought I was crazy. I thought, what am I doing? Going back to Watkins again. But then we're having a chat with the AI, and because I'm thinking, what I was thinking was,
with who? Sorry,
with AI. Was it Chat Gemini? I was asking it. Do these foreigners who don't like it because it's getting bloody cold now, isn't it? I don't know if anyone else thinks that is, but I'm thinking, some of these lads from like Portugal and Brazil, they won't fancy this weather, will they? So I'm thinking, right, who's the best cold weather player? Anyway, so it went back over the season, and it said about Watkins in 2023 having a really big purple patch from January to end of season. I'm like, all right, and then
what, in the winter?
Well, in January, yeah. So I looked a bit more into it, and yeah, apparently a goal against Arsenal triggered this proper purple patch that he had, and he scored 5 across January, I think it was, and 11 till the end of the season. So do you know what? Sod it. I'll put him in.
You're admitting to everyone you're dirty chancer.
That's one way to pick your team.
Well, no, I mean it was my thought of picking someone who's good in cold weather. I just needed some information to try and cement that idea, and I found a little bit of information. I went for it. So, but before that, so obviously, I got the 11 points off Watkins, Haaland captain, boring, socks on, missionary, and all that. But so I had 3 drafts this week, not drafts. And I did at one point just go, do you know what? I'm not making any subs. I'm just going to save my team. They've all got doubles. There's no issues injury-wise, blah, 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 blah. And I was leaving in Thiago because I had him in. But I had Ekatike as well. And so I'm going to leave both of them in. That were one draft. The other draft, I had Hall and Tillemans in. And my 3rd draft was this. And so, but the thing is, although it were hurt for Thiago to score the 3 goals, he got 25 points. Ekatike got 0, so that were 25 point total. Watkins and Bruno got me 25. So I would be no better off, other than I'd have the 2 transfers extra. So it doesn't hurt that much. I'm just hoping Watkins smashes it again, because he should have scored within about 40 seconds or whatever it was. I don't know if you've seen the chance. Obviously, one of them dodgy Gabriel passes across the box kind of thing.
And then the one he does score.
Oh, absolute worldie, weren't it? Just before half time.
I think they're doing it on purpose now because of all the accusations about XG. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it must be painful taking out a big haul there.
Yeah, I mean, perfect world, I'd have just gone Ekatike to Bruno. That probably worked a bit better. No, it wouldn't have been. It'd been the same. No, it wouldn't. Ekatike to Bruno and left Thiago in, but
yeah, you got the points anyway.
I got myself involved in this like cold weather, who can't do it at Stoke on a Tuesday night kind of like chat with myself after a few beers. So, but yeah.
Ben, did you use ChatGPT this week?
No. I like your thinking though, Tony. It's good.
Well, yeah, you look for a bit of approval off, like rather than it's better than Google now, isn't it? You just ask it; it can tell you all sorts.
I like it.
Yeah. So 49 points for me. Yeah, I was pretty happy with my team. So I only made one transfer. I got rid of Henderson and brought in Vicario. Same thinking as Conk. I was thinking I get a 0.3 rise out of Vicario. He only went up 0.2, and clean sheet wipeout in the last 10 minutes of the match as well, because he would have been on for that. But that would have been his 3rd clean sheet in a row. So he is doing well. Second highest scoring goalkeeper in the game at the minute as well. Obviously, thinking about Europe coming up, he should play 2 games a week. He's not in the Carabao Cup and probably won't play FA Cup next week. But yeah, he's in there for now, and he's pretty cheap.
I don't think he likes the cold weather. He's always got gloves on.
Yeah, that you can tell when they've got gloves on, can't you? These keepers.
Yeah. So I've got 3 transfers for this week, and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I wanted to keep Doku in there for this game week, Exeter. I think he'll get minutes in that game. Even if he don't, he'll get minutes in the other game as well in the semi-final. So I've got Shirky, Foden, and Doku in there, and I'm looking forward to having them for this week. Really, all 3 of them, a nice differential. Yeah, so them 3 got 5 for Foden, like you already said, 3 for Cherky, and Doku got 1 off the bench. Last week I subbed Doku out for Frimpong, and he done me a blinder. I think I got 16 points off Frimpong, but Doku came off the bench for the last 20 minutes and got 4 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, he can do it. Yeah, Timber, Nunes, Hall at the back, Captain Haaland. Ekatike was my striker. I could have subbed him out, but just left it. Cunha, 10 points. So I've got 1 more sub left.
Cunha finally coming good for people. And so you got 1 sub left?
Yeah.
Have you still got max cap?
Yeah.
Considering it?
Yeah, it's like
from a distance you were, but now we've arrived. It doesn't. I don't know if it feels as good.
Yeah, I am considering it, but I'm also considering using the sub for this week. So if someone doesn't play, then I can bring in someone who's got a better fixture. You know what I mean? Like it's got starts in against a weaker team.
Yeah,
like a lower league team. We could bring someone in potentially.
Got excited about the Ekatike potential injury for possibly subbing that week, but just typical, isn't it? It's like the last game. I think it's the last FA Cup game there is, so
yeah,
obviously can't do that. That would have been nice. Nice one. Disaster. My team, 49. for the game week. Looking pretty similar to you guys, really. I've still got Henderson in goal. Got me 4 points. Been trying to shift him for a while, but decided to get Mateta out this week first. Nunez, 3 points. Timber 3. Hall with 10. I did bring in Big Gabby in the end. I know last week we record on a Monday, so I think we'd had the first Arsenal fixture. I wasn't really feeling that keen on bringing Gabriel in nice and early last week, but then, yeah, of course, coming in and scoring that goal straight away and banking the clean sheet and getting a small price rise, I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get him in now because I'm going to want him at some point. So 9 points off him. That turned out okay. Foden, Shirky, Saka, same as all you guys. But yeah, I decided that I'd take out Mateta, and I didn't want to gamble on a Arteta injury flag on Declan Rice.
Shocking. Shocking.
I think it was the night before or the day before Arteta had said, yeah, the swelling, or earlier in the week, wasn't it? There was him mouthing to Rodgers, yeah, it's done in, basically, the knee. And that was going around. And then later that day, I think Arteta had said in a press conference that, yeah, the swelling hadn't gone down yet. But then there was the news that he'd travelled with the team. But we've seen that before where players go with the team and then sit on the bench or, so I thought he wouldn't be risked, and I thought he'd probably come back for the Liverpool game as the focus, which one game against Liverpool, I had no Newcastle coverage, which seemed like a good week. So I decided to go Declan Rice to Gordon. Declan Rice doubled his goal tally for the season. So jumped from 2 goals to 4 goals now for the season. I think it was his first ever Premier League brace.
Yeah.
It's the second brace I've transferred out in 4 game weeks now after selling a Rodgers brace. That one, though, that was coming. I took the Rodgers one out ahead of West Ham. You could see that happening, but yeah, Declan Rice brace when he was flagged. Yeah, a little bit hard done by that. But I got Gordon's 1 pointer anyway, and I'm sure he's gonna come good. Maybe. I didn't want to use a sub on it either. I know. I've wasted a couple of subs, I think, this season. If last week the Timber one didn't happen, where I subbed Timber out after being injured after the first game, and then he magically returned after 3 days, maybe I'd have made it use a sub. But hey ho, it's done. Haaland cap, and then Ekatike did not play. I think I'm just going to leave him there now and bring Declan Rice back next week, I reckon.
He's brilliant.
Class player. It really, I said I wouldn't go on about it. One last thing that really did get on my nerves, though. Not only did he score a brace with a swollen knee, he's then gone and dropped a knee slide celebration as well. Just to rub it in. Yeah. Anyway, let us know in the
drop for that.
let us know in the comments how your game week went. Someone else tell me they've taken out Thiago to make me feel better. Actually, someone in the Discord definitely took out Thiago and Rice this week. Did I see that right?
Oh. Yeah.
I can't remember who it was now.
But and this is like, obviously it hurts. It does hurt when you're watching them goal flashes going in. Yeah, it hurts. But again, you're doing the right thing, aren't you? You're taking out Rice because he's flagged. He doesn't look good. His knee's knackered. He's got swelling around his knee. You're listening to all this stuff. You're making the right decision. Leaving him in and him not playing for 2 games. You'd be like, why did I leave him in? They said his knee's goosed. It's just, and Thiago, obviously, away game, first up, where he doesn't usually score anything. Yeah. Everton as well, like usually a bit tighter in defence.
It'll happen to like everyone at some point throughout the season, won't it? It's horrible, but it's part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Part of it. Right. Let's move on to the fixtures for this week. Take us through, Ben. I always associate these weeks with you, I think. You always seem to nail these cup punts, I think. There's been a few over the years. I always remember you do quite well on these weeks, I think. So knowing you've got max cap or potential sub and maybe free transfers to burn looks good.
Yeah. So we've got the FA Cup third round. It's going to be lots of rotation in this round. But we do have the Carabao Cup semi-final first legs, and we've got Man City taking on Newcastle away, and Arsenal are travelling to Chelsea in the first leg. So that's about it, really, double game weeks wise. And then next week, Europe starts again for the Champions League teams and the Conference League teams as well. So you got to keep that in mind when you're punting on certain players, because you might have to move them on again if you want to keep your amount of games up. You know what I mean? In your 11. Liverpool, obviously, you said it. They're on the Monday night. They play Barnsley at home. So if you've got a Liverpool player, you've got to wait right until the end. So it's probably safer to move him on if you've got Ekitike.
Even if he plays, if he plays Arsenal, there's the thing is, if he plays Arsenal, he's not going to play Cup. You wouldn't think, and then if he doesn't play, you don't bring him back for the Cup, surely.
I don't think he plays Arsenal. You know,
no. He's saying that he's been playing too much as well, so I can't see him risking him for the Barnsley match.
Yeah, I think that's him done till game week 20. I think he's going to have a rest. Obviously, you don't want to rule him out because then that gives Arsenal an edge to set up or around maybe somebody else playing there or whatever. But I think he's done for.
Yeah. For me, I really like still looking at the double game week players because if they don't play the first match, they're most likely going to play the second game, aren't they, in the semi-final or either way round. So that's why I've got like Doku in my team ready for this round, hoping he gets most of the Exeter game and some minutes in the Newcastle game. Same with Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea players. Tottenham probably will have to go strong against Villa, and then they go into European running games. Villa will probably go strong at Tottenham, but they seem to rotate in the what's it called, Europa League. So I'm not sure, but they have a nice run of games in the league. So if you want to risk just having a single game week player, like maybe Rodgers might only play one game a week, or Watkins might only play one game a week, but that's the risk you take. And Forest, they're the first game of the game week on the Friday night. They travel to Wrexham. They've got some players that do tick along, haven't they, Forest? But I don't know if I want to go there just because of the rotation in Europe again. Williams is just clocking up the points, bonus points. He's having shots on target every game. He's doing really well actually, but I don't know if I'll be going there this month anyway. And you got Anderson as well, Scott's mate.
They're in a bit of trouble though, aren't they? They're like where they're down in like 17th now. I do wonder whether he'll just
massive game that against West Ham, innit?
Yeah,
huge game.
Like, do they just leave that one? He's already rotated a bit in Europe, hasn't he?
I think they've got to focus on staying in the league and regrouping and going again next year. But yeah. I was just saying because it doesn't really matter what the result is for Forest. They seem to still clock points up, don't they? When they're getting battered 3-0, 4-0, they're still getting 8 pointers and 6 pointers.
But yeah, it's not my sort of player. I don't think I like going for players and poor teams.
While we're on it, while we're on Forest, I kind of part jokingly sent it to Connor earlier. We're teammates in the tag team league, so we converse a bit. But is there any merit, do you think, where it's the first game of the week, whacking a Forest player in who's not going to play, and then that's your sub opportunity? Then you got a free pick at one of the easier cup lineups. Would any of you go there? Especially with you having free transfers, you can undo it the week after. Because if you bring in Chris Wood, is the example that I sent to Connor, is injured. Chris Wood's not played. He's about 3 million. Obviously, you'd have to leave a bit of money in the bank. But could you bring in a Chris Wood? He doesn't play. You know he's not going to play, and then pick someone who you then get to see the lineups for. Do you fancy that at all?
I think personally, I just rather gamble it and just go straight to the player who I think will play, like an Izzy. Because as well, if he does pick up a bit of form, he could keep playing. Like Izzy's that type of player. If he gets a hat trick against who are they against again?
Pompey.
Yeah. So it could get a hat trick against them, and then Arteta's like, okay, fine, you can play over Odegaard now, and then you've still got someone decent in future. Whereas if you put in Wood in and subbing him, you're using 2 transfers up and a sub.
You got to take him out again after.
Yeah, I don't mind if you've got like a 4 at back or 5 at back with Nico Williams, because he might not get minutes anyway, and then you can sub him and you still get that same type of thing, but you've got someone who you want to keep.
Yeah, if you got a 4 at the back and you can change it to a midfielder or attacker, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
You don't really want to do another defender, I don't think. But...
No.
Yeah, I agree with that. Palace have Macclesfield away. I don't really know. Mateta might play that. He has played in the cup against lower league teams before, but he's been awful for a good 6 weeks, hasn't he? Got a goal the other night there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Farewell goal.
Yeah. Man United. Amarim's gone. They've got Brighton at home, so should go strong. They'll have to make a statement, won't they?
Yeah, they're definitely go strong, United, aren't they? Is it Fletcher who's in charge?
Yeah,
there's no way. Obviously, go to Burnley.
Audition time now.
Well, it pretty much is. Yeah, it is. We've seen it before. I think Kieran McKenna that stepped up in the dugout for a few games for United and ended up disappearing or Ruud van Nistelrooy. He had a few games at United and ended up at Leicester, didn't he?
He's done a great job. Done a great job, didn't he?
He did a good job.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they will go strong home to Brighton. Nothing. I mean, they're not far off the Champions League places. United. There's still a lot to go for. But yeah, I think they'll be attacking that cup as well.
Yeah. No one seems to want that 4th place in the league. They all keep dropping points. You've got Brighton, obviously we just said, going to United. West Ham host QPR. I know someone who's brought Bowen in last week for the Wolves fixture, and obviously he had a stinker, but he said he reckons that he'll start against QPR in the cup.
They've got to.
They've got a new striker though. They've just signed a new bloke, haven't they?
Yeah, they have signed a couple of players actually. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got Fulham at home to Middlesbrough. Probably Wilson, but will they play him the form he's in? Do want to keep him for the league? I really don't like anybody else really. Harrison Reed.
Screamer.
What a goal that was.
Used to play for Rovers, he did. What about Brentford away at Sheff Wednesday? Sheff Wednesday, obviously, all the troubles they've had, they lost most of the team. They're basically throwing out a team of youngsters and Barry Bannon week in, week out. And, they're holding their own as well, but if a Premier League team comes to town, I think if they put out a half decent side, that could be a little bit messy.
You keep rotating, and they disrespected their. Did they have a quarter? Was it a quarterfinal? It was quarterfinal, wasn't it? They were in the last round of the.
Yeah.
He's-
Henderson and Thiago come out, didn't they?
The guy's got no respect for the cups.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Keith Andrews, that he used to play for Rovers.
He's got. To be fair though, Brentford's in a better position now than they were when they played Man City in the cup. They've had a little good run now, haven't they? I think they're up to top half of the table. I think he might get a Sharda or something like that.
He don't play Thiago twice, does he normally? So Sharda could.
Yeah, Sharda's a decent shout.
He's had 2 hat-tricks in the last 2 seasons, so he's.
Well, Joe's in the chat. Could be a Jordan Henderson game.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Wolves at home to Shrewsbury? The old Mateus Mane got added today to the game. 2.5 million. Might get minutes against Shrewsbury.
Surely we've got to go strong in that game just to keep playing and try and keep that momentum.
It is a bit of momentum. Because I tell you what, if they get a win against Everton, who's just been absolutely battered off Brentford,
could get top 4.
Honestly, because
title charge.
It is about momentum. Play the same 11 again. Play the same 11 again. If they keep getting you results, then just keep going. Obviously, Newcastle at home's a tough one, then City away, but beat the teams around you. There's that last space, that 4th bottom. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close this year.
I'll move us on to the questions because there's a lot about cup punts, and we've been chucking them out here and there. So we'll go on to some questions now. First up was Nobbles. Is the Tonic running a second chance league this year? I was going to read this one out as a bit of a reminder. Tony, what's the details on the second chance?
It'll be game week 20. It'll start
same as the main one, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'll put that out tonight. I'll sort it out, put it out so everyone can start joining. Get that sorted. So it gives us just nearly 2 weeks to sort out payments and get everyone in the league.
And then, in regards to the Dream Team Tonic official meetup, we're on it. We have started pulling our finger out, so stay tuned on that one. Andy Barnett, when you've made a bit of a hypothetical, when you've made a very differential captain in the past, which scenario has made you feel worse? Your captain plays the first game of the weekend and scores only 2 points. Well, number 2, everyone else captains Haaland, who plays before your captain, and he racks up a 20-pointer that is doubled with him having another game to play. Connor, you want to take this one first?
I just put down on my notes option 2, but both are shite.
What about both of them? Your captain plays first game of the weekend, scores 2 points, and then Haaland goes and scores 20. Reminds me of that McAtee punt against Plymouth that I did.
Oh, that was horrible. That was the one of the punts I did as well. That was my Marmouche one. I did Marmouche that one.
It was, same week.
He got battered as well. He couldn't score against them.
FA Cup week as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's put me off a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll just use that to tee up captaincy, shall we? Because a few questions along was captaincy. So, what are we thinking in terms of captaincy this week? Obviously, Haaland's on a bit of a barren spell. That's 3 blanks in a row now. Surely doesn't get Exeter. Even the machine needs a bit of a rest, don't they? What do we think?
He looked goose towards the end of that Chelsea game. A lot of running and not confidence. But I think he'll bag a few midweek, and then against Brighton, I think he'll probably get 2 or 3, and he will be rested for Exeter. I think Newcastle's the safest. I do, because I just think they're just going strong in the cup. Regardless, I think Bruno or Gordon Gordon probably needs a bit of a G up. He needs a league goal, doesn't he?
Oh, he scores in cups, don't he? I think.
Well, I think in FA Cup that'll be the game where we do rotate the most. But it'll be like Ramsdale in goal. Chow might get a rest. He could play, but he's due a rest. I think Hall will get a rest, and it'll be like Ramsey, Barnes, like players who are hungry to try and show their worth basically in the squad. I do think Gordon could get rested, but then again, it's one of those he could start, get 60 minutes, and then he's going to start in CARABAO. CARABAO, I think it's full strength. It'll be like a full Premier League 11.
Yeah.
That's your favourite competition, isn't it? The Carabao. So you will say
Yeah,
that.
we have to defend it.
The energy drink cup. Yeah. What about the front line? You mentioned like Barnes there. Valdemar Vissa's going to swap constantly.
Yeah, it actually surprised me that Wissa got 2 starts in a row. I thought Walt won nailed on last game, but he won't. But I do think next week it's going to be 1 game Wissa, 1 game Walt. I can't see one of them starting, 2 and other 1 bench.
Yeah.
Unless Wissa plays on wing for whatever reason, but I don't see it. I think it'll be just 1 game each and then like an early sub. And on right wing, I haven't got a clue because Alanga's got some mystery injury and Murphy's been shite. He'll start 1 game, but I think it could be. Yeah, he's got some sort of injury. He hasn't been in squad for like 3 games, but I think he's just gone to like some sort of therapist or something for confidence.
Bad.
Yeah, well, if you look at him and watch him play, just no confidence whatsoever. If I watch go and guess the front 3 for 2 games, to be fair, I do think Gordon could play him just because of a Langa injury. So I think it could be like Gordon, Wissa, and Barnes, and then Gordon, Walt, and Murphy, something like that.
Yeah.
But it'll be like an early sub if Gordon does play the first one.
But you wouldn't risk the armband on Gordon?
I'd rather just go Bruno because I think Bruno will play too. If Bruno doesn't play too, I think we're going to struggle because he's one of the only players who actually looks like he's giving it his all, and he's main man running everything in midfield, and he's normally good for minutes. Last season, I think he played something stupid like 30, 35, 38 games in a row.
Yeah, as of last week, I think he was the 4th highest minutes in the entire game.
Yeah.
Machine.
What about you, Ben? What are you thinking on the captaincy? Is it another Bruno, or is there something a bit more spicy than that?
Yeah, I think it's. I think maybe a Doku or something like that could be a good captain. Get the Exeter game. Might come on against Newcastle. He'll definitely get minutes in both games, I think. Bruno Guimaraes, I do like that shout. Obviously, Newcastle don't have to travel as well, so should get both games. Outside, maybe Enzo Fernandez could play. He does tend to play in all the cup matches, but it's who knows who's in charge. We don't know yet. So obviously the Rossini is supposed to be coming in, but I don't know if he'll play both games because they'll want him for the semi-final.
Caicedo's been doing a two match ban, isn't he? So do you think they'll play Caicedo for Charlton if he's had missed this one and then missed the next one and then the next game's League Cup?
Could do.
Not that you buy him or captain him, but just.
Any Arsenal players you think could play both games?
There's a lot of questions on it as well, and I've got a sneaky feeling Eza might play both. He's not played
start both.
Yeah, I think he could. See, I know there's a lot online about he's not played a single minute in the last 4 matches. Now I know he was maybe on the naughty step for one game after not tracking cash back. I reckon he got sat out after. Well, I think he might play Bruges after that, but anyway, he's not been in the Prem team after that. But I don't think there's anything deeper than maybe he got sort of naughty stepped for one match, but then every game after that, we've kind of just been like chasing or defending a lead. Sorry, like going into the final few minutes. So it's not been the right time to bring him on. I don't think there's been any sort of issue between them. So I think he will play the Pompey game because he hasn't played in such a long time, unless he plays the midweek Prem game that's happening. But then, yeah, I do think he's been in a lot of the Carabao Cup sides as well. So I do think Ødegaard's played a lot of minutes. He could easily just give Eza 2, I think. But you have to remember it's not the Crystal Palace Eza who goes and gets max bonus and does really well like he was last season. So there is that to it as well. I do like him as a punt. The captaincy might be a bit far, but if you've got a max captain and you wanted to bring him in as well, I do think it's got potential.
He's capable of a dodgy hat-trick.
Yeah, well, that's against the really easy fixtures. He gets them in.
Yeah, I've got a max cap. Got a max cap, and I'm thinking, shall I play it this week? But then
bring Gyökeres in.
I don't know. I've looked at him. And
I think Jesus will start it. The only way I think the only reason Jesus may not start it would be, again, obviously we've got another game to come in midweek, so see who starts that one. But Havertz has kind of been like and well, he made the bench, but then he wasn't on the bench for the last one, so he might have had a bit of a setback. But maybe Havertz gets it. But I think Jesus will start Pompey, which again, not a bad punt, is it really? Like we could have a Eza, Jesus, Madueke front 3 against Pompey. Like that's why I was going to ask you guys the question. If you are bringing in someone, would you prefer to just have, I don't know, let's say we knew that Eza was going to start Pompey and get minutes against against Chelsea. Would you rather it that way round, where you've got the cup first with minutes in the Carabao in a harder game, or would you go like a Rice and you're not going to get Pompey, but you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
If I were going to go for a punt, I'd go for the Eza one. Yeah. But if I want to plan for future, then obviously just go Rice, don't you? And then you're set. He's one of those players you want long term.
The good thing about Eza as well, where he's not been playing, I mean, again, it could change midweek, but his price is staying the same. Whereas if you went Jesus, who's got a 1 or 2 pointer, you would have to eat the drop.
Yeah.
Interesting, though.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think I was planning to use the max captain this week all the way through, but now looking like there's not many double game week players, is it worth using it this week? You know, try and max it out, or try keep it for a proper double game week where there could be 4 or 5 goals by one player.
Tough.
I think the answer is how many does Haaland get against Newcastle in the second game? Because if he goes off on one and people just left it on safe and just gone, you know what? Haaland's going to play that semi-final. There's no doubt. Does he come on against Exeter? Because sometimes he might come on for the last 20.
Luton.
Yeah.
Luton
we've had it before. And sometimes like the other team, like Exeter, they want to go to City. They're not expecting to win. They want to see that they want to play against the best, don't they? So sometimes they're probably saying to Pep, don't make sure Haaland comes out 20 minutes. Let our fans see him. You know what I mean? Let him do a bit of damage.
Scary. And you know, a lot of people will just leave it on him. Yeah, a lot of people will go. A lot of people that probably don't overthink it will go, Exeter, that's a great fixture. and then Newcastle. Why wouldn't you cap Haaland?
Yeah.
Scary. Let's keep on because we've got a few other cup related questions. But Miss Noopy is asking for a £2.5 million enabler because she wants to get Rice back in her team. She says, am I wearing Gucci trousers with a Tesco t-shirt or should I go for it? Looking at Marlon, Ben Davies, Huang, Kraft. Any others you like the look of? Ben, you mentioned one, didn't you? In the fixtures.
Yeah. Perfect one for you if you want to bring in an enabler. And for this week, Mateus Mane, Wolves midfielder as well on the game. Playing as a number 10.
Even that name, that's a footballer's name, isn't it? Just sometimes you just got it.
Yeah, Scotty's first goal. He's been scoring really well. Even off the bench when he was just getting minutes, he was still getting like shots on target, and he got a few assists as well.
Any other 2.5 enablers like
what about Chiesa for the Barnsley game?
That's all I had written down.
Yeah, I've got him.
I mean, he's talented. He could get a haul. It's a nice fixture. He's probably going to play. Yeah, don't mind that.
I like that one. I think that's good.
I've got down that Mane because at 0.3 rising, I think he'll start the cup.
Yeah.
Got Barry from Everton. I don't think they can play many other people, can they? Because of AFCON and that. So could see him play it. He's on a 0.3 rise as well. So if for whatever reason he doesn't play, at least he got the rise. And like it's a 2.5 anyway. Probably not going to get anything, but at least you get something out of it. Got Chiesa, no rise, but I think he'll start. Like I think he's pretty nailed to start that one. And last one I've got is that Boya Nonte or whatever, you know, that Chelsea player.
Oh yeah,
one and off.
Yeah, I don't know if he's injured or not. I haven't done that much research, but he normally plays those crappy cup games, and he tends to get like a 15 or 20 pointer in those games from when I've looked in past.
I've got one more, and I just struggle with how to say his name.
Oh, this will be fun. Give it your best crack.
Charalampos Kostulas.
Brighton striker.
Yeah, the lad at Brighton. He looked honestly really good against Burnley. He's obviously a young lad. He's 2.4 million. Got an 8-pointer against Burnley, so should go up. And he probably should get the United game. Obviously, depends whether they bring Welbeck back in. Welbeck back in. But yeah, again, it's one of them risky ones where you might not get as many minutes, but you probably get the rise out of it. I guess you get some minutes, 20, 30 minutes if he's not starting.
Not bad. It's just reminded me he's not in your price bracket. Sorry, Miss Newty, but in terms of cut punts, Brennan Johnson, 2.8. With all their
down somewhere.
Yeah, with all their tired legs, there's surely a chance he gets 2 games.
He needs a bit of match fitness as well because I don't think he's played that many minutes.
Yeah, I reckon that could be a nice punt as well there. That's got Ben's name written all over it, that one. Roberto. Oh, we kind of covered it, but ask Conk. Any FA Cup punts you'd bring in for the week? Same question to everyone else too. Have we got any others we want to throw in the mix?
I've got Evil Saka versus Charlton.
Yep. He's a striker, isn't he? I think on the game.
Yeah, but he's another one like that. Other one, I can't say his name. I'm not going to try to, but he's another one where he'll just haul in those easy games. He seems pretty like a good player, Evil Saka.
Tyrick George, for anyone who doesn't know, Evil Saka is.
I've written down Brennan Johnson as well because it's one of those where it's a cut punt, but it's one I go for where you can keep him. I like cut punts where you can keep them. I don't like cut punts like the the Brighton striker that Tony said, just because you want to get rid of him eventually.
It's true.
At least with like bringing Johnson, he could do well, and then he's going to play, and then you can just keep him for the doubles and that or whatever. Even though they've got no Europe actually now, just clicked.
No, a bit later in it.
They're young now. Still, though, it could be a decent option to keep. 2.8 Palace winger.
Any love for Semenyo? We don't know what's happening yet. At the moment, he just played against Arsenal, and I think they're saying there is a chance he still plays for Bournemouth, but I don't. Surely it's going to happen soon.
I think he's going to sign this week, isn't he? I think they left him there for the Arsenal game, which is quite clever. You don't want to weaken that team before that fixture. That could impact how your season goes. So I think that it's done now, though. I think he's got to come up and sign the deal.
Exeter debut?
Possibly. Obviously, with Savino being injured, Bernardo playing loads of minutes, Foden. You got obviously Cherky's now playing a lot of minutes. What other options do you have there, really?
Who did they play up top for the last?
Well, Moosh is away, isn't he? So
that young lad. That's who they played up top. I forgot his name.
Mukasa.
Yeah,
Muamba.
Newcastle, Oscar Bob, Shirky, and Savino was the front four against Brentford in the Carabao. Shirky's played loads, hasn't he, lately?
Semenyo could easily play that game, but he's also quite an expensive punt. Like, you do want quite a bit of spare money if you're going to punt on someone like that. And it feels like a bit of a risky one.
What about Tony's? Sorry, go on.
I'm going to say I just don't know if the upside's there for the price.
What about Tony's mate, Esteval?
Yeah.
Could get minutes in both games.
Yeah,
the new manager started. He took him off at half-time, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was there any reason for that, or tactical?
I think it was tactical, and I think
it tactical.
I think it worked. I think they
they
bring on an extra midfielder, didn't they?
Yeah. What about Delap for Charlton?
He annoyed me. He's horrible, isn't he?
Horrible.
And he shoved Kusanov into the.
Yeah.
Couldn't it be that, is it Gooey? Oh, I don't know how you say his name. Guy. Yeah, Mark Gue. He could start it, couldn't he? Because he came back from loan. So I'm not even sure Delap even plays that.
Sure, I would have thought if I were manager, I would have started Delap, just give him minutes and
Charlton.
Yeah.
And that's maybe, and like opposed to Evil Saka, for example, you have got the chance of some minutes against Arsenal as well.
Yeah,
possibly. Any others? Or should we move on?
Yeah, I think that's enough. That. And I need a beer.
Bradders wants you to pick his transfers for this week. For the proper question, even though he's bought in Gordon this week, if the same happens for Leeds, where he has a stinker and Bruno scores well again, is it worth the transfer switching from switching from Gordon to Bruno G for the upcoming game week? You've got Gordon.
I think it's a very luxury move. And I think surely there's something else he can do with his team which is going to benefit him more. Because I think personally Gordon could easily start too. And Bruno could be one who gets rested. Imagine you do Gordon to Bruno, and then Bruno's the one who only gets one start, and then Gordon gets two. Because of the Elanga injury or whatever it is. Injury.
Yeah, that's the sort of move I would do. That's the sort of move that I do, and then Gordon scores 2 goals.
Yeah,
after I take him out.
One of those way it'll backfire. I think I'd rather just all the transfers, if anything. I mean, you could do it, but I don't know. It's too sideways and too luxury.
I mean, if you wanted to captain him, Is it worth it then?
You could captain Gordon. You could captain either of them.
Is it? Do you think it's a worry? Do you think not having Bruno is a worry for this upcoming game week if he does end up being a popular captain? I do feel like it's one of them where he might sound a popular captain amongst Twitter and Discord, but actually it might not end up being very high.
I think his captaincy might not be that high, but his ownership will be really high, especially after the 14 points or whatever he got with price rise and everything. So I think it'll be damaging if you don't have Bruno, possibly. But then again, he's another one of those players. He's not guaranteed 14 points. He could get 2 5s, 2 4s.
Robert says never ever captain Gordon. Ben, would you do the hokey cokey? Would you take out a Gordon and replace him with a Bruno G for this week? Or is that asking for trouble?
I'd be tempted to do it. I just don't like owning Gordon at all. It's just too many 60 minutes taken off, 1-pointers here and there. And then he'll get like a 20-pointer in the Champions League or something like that, or plays Bradford and does well. So, yeah, I'd be tempted to do it. Bruno's been smashing it. And was he one of the highest point scorers in the game now, isn't he?
Yeah. I think he's got over 100
consistent
points.
Consistent player. So, yeah, I'd be tempted to do it. But that's literally if you've got nothing else to do. I'd rather have him in there for this week, though. I'd rather have Gordon in there for this week with Bruno G.
Yeah, I think I'm going for Bruno G on top of Gordon. I don't think I could ever do Gordon to Bruno.
We don't know about your dreams, mate.
I just about to say that was a weird sight I got there.
Bruno on top of Gordon.
Anyway, if you didn't have Bruno G or Declan Rice, which one would you be bringing in for this game week?
I think I've answered that. It's Bruno, just because I think
Bruno.
Bruno plays both.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially with Declan Rice's dodgy knee.
Yep. The thing is, Declan Rice does take a good corner, but Bruno Guimaraes actually shoots from corners.
He scores on Bruno.
Puts them in. Forget about trying to put it on.
He's actually trying like nearly every game as well now to score a corner. I'm seeing loads of hit like top at crossbar.
You do see it, to be fair, you do see it. A lot of teams now are doing it. They're just pumping it right on top of keeper. Because you've got the VAR, if the keeper does what Donnarumma keeps doing and just basically feels a little flick somewhere and starts throwing himself all over the floor and then whinging and getting yellow cards for it, if it goes in, they're not getting them decisions. It's not like before, without VAR, I mean, I don't particularly like VAR, but for them little instances, like in the box, before it was just always like, if you put a corner onto a keeper in a little melee, it was just always free kick. Don't matter what happened. The keeper just had to just jump and go, oh, that's it. Done.
Ian's got a question. Is game week 19 not too bad of a game week to have a low scoring week, seeing as many may not play in the FA Cup and League Cup? There'll be rotation. He currently has 2 injuries, which are Paqueta and Vardiol, who we've just found out that he's a broken leg, fractured fibula or fractured tibia. That is a broken leg, basically.
That is a broken leg.
Posh way of saying it. Also has Dean Henderson and Mateta, who both surely won't play the FA Cup. I actually think I'm best off taking out Mateta and Henderson and leaving Paqueta and Vardiol in case their injuries aren't too serious. What do you think?
You got to get rid of Vardiol, aren't you? That we know that's going to be some time now. Mateta,
he can't play, can he?
Surely not. Surely no. I can't see it. I cannot see it. It's got to be like Uchi or Esse or, you know what I mean, one of them lads. They've got
Johnson up front, even maybe.
Yeah, it might as well.
He's got a chance of playing, but haven't he? Where other two players who are injured, they've got no chance.
Yeah.
And you're just kicking your problem down the road, like kicking can down the road. You're going to eventually have to fix those problems. I'd rather just fix the injuries.
I'd just leave Henderson in. I'd speak to Andy Barnett as well about like it's sometimes such a sideward move. I know Palace haven't been great and that, but they could sneak a clean sheet from anywhere. And you've seen it with Arsenal, Liverpool, City, they're all conceding. I wouldn't waste a transfer on that. I'd probably do Vardiol out. I'd probably do Arteta out. Hopefully Paqueta's isn't that bad. Were there not rumours that he were going to Tottenham?
Yeah, I think Spurs is the latest rumour, but surely not.
Yeah, I heard that again today, I think. So whether it is an injury or it's discussions have been opened, you don't know, do you? I mean, he's quality Paqueta. He's just get him on the pitch, making sure you don't get yellow cards, to get the suspensions, and yeah, Arteta and Vardiol for me. I'd leave your keeper in.
Yeah, if Paqueta's back, then yeah, you could potentially keep Paqueta for the QPR game, but I don't know. I'd be tempted just to see if Mateta plays Macclesfield, because he has played against these teams before, and he might think, right, I'll play him in this game and get him some goals, get him some confidence back.
It's true. It's true. We've seen that happen, haven't we?
It's a 12:15 on the. It's actually a 12:15 on the Saturday as well. So you'll have loads of choice if he doesn't get any minutes. You will that will have good sub potential actually. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Just take out Vardiol.
Yeah, he's got to go. Well, yeah, he's a 3 o'clocker. And obviously not going to play, but there's no good fixtures.
They're not going to fix a broken leg in 3 days, is it?
I don't know. They've got some good doctors at Man City.
Yeah,
they can afford the best. Right, Dave. Is it Dave up next? Yeah, Dave up next. As we don't know if anyone's guaranteed minutes in Game Week 19, is it a good week to swap out Henderson, who's your top keeper? Oh, is it a good idea to swap out Henderson, who's your top goalkeeper choice, and is there a budget-friendly choice? So, yeah, I think I've got Henderson, and I think Benitez is going to start it. Do you? I know they used to always go strong, but he's been, when called upon or when given the opportunities, he's been very good. So I think he'll get it. But is it actually worth? In my scenario, I'm looking at Vicario right now, but I also think I could take Henderson out for Vicario, and then Vicario doesn't play. Kinski gets the game or something.
Yeah.
So then, do you just wait it out? What's the upside on a keeper, or is there someone that you would like to maybe take a punt on in that position? What you said, Andy Barnett mentioned it. What are you thinking there, Tony?
I don't like making keeper moves, as we say. I think if you're going to make the move, make it to a keeper that you're just going to stay on. So if you want to do Henderson to Raya, then just sit on Raya. Raya's expensive. He's going to come down unless he keeps his clean sheet against Liverpool, which I'm hoping for. He's going to come down by 0.3. Probably going to play once next week. I just think you'd like aim to set and forget it. And Henderson was for half a season for a lot of people, obviously from Roofs to Henderson, and obviously people now are with a bigger budget are moving to the likes of Donnarumma and Raya. Obviously Vicario's come up as a good option with his points tally, but just put in someone like whether he's using the budget from Saka to Eze to upgrade Henderson to Raya. that's dangerous because you could end up pricing yourself out of Saka coming back. So I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, for anyone listening, his part 2 was his Henderson to Raya and Saka to Eza for a 1 week punt. Crazy. But yeah, that was the concern that I thought. Can you get back? Can you get back to Saka?
Yeah, you can start getting lost amongst having to take players out that you want just to get another player in that you want because you've got a very expensive goalkeeper. I have got Raya, but if it started affecting the build-up of my team, then he would be gone.
Now, I don't think it's out of the question that Kepa starts too. I know logically you'd think Kepa plays Portsmouth and Raya gets Chelsea, but I do. He's just sat there patiently on the bench, Kepa, and he's playing his old team.
Yeah,
one of his old teams in Chelsea in the second game. I wouldn't be surprised if they give Kepa both.
Yep.
So it does feel like a bad week to make a goalkeeper change, even if it's for your long-term guy. Do you have to do it now, unless you're getting priced out?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
What do you reckon, Connor, and the keeper?
Well, I were in a bit of a situation what Tony wrong about, where if it's starting to limit funds, you are downgrading, and I am actually thinking of downgrading Raya. Just so I can afford a Bruno. I think it's for the greater good, and the rest of the team, it looks good. So budget-wise, like the budget options for keeper, I don't think it's worth it because Vicario, I don't think he'll play. So I think you're swapping blank for blank, unless you want Vicario longer term, then, and you've got nowhere else you can spend your transfer than possibly. But your higher budget options for keeper, I don't mind Pope. Donnarumma, I do think we'll get one. And yeah, Raya. But like you're saying, you think Kepa could play one.
Yeah, I'm not certain. I do.
I personally think Raya will get the Chelsea. It makes sense. But yeah, it won't surprise me with Arteta if Kepa just randomly plays too.
Because he's a great keeper, and it's not like we're throwing it by putting Kepa in, But
no, he's a good keeper.
He'll once put on a timer, 70 mil keeper, won't he?
Yeah. Ben, have you got Henderson currently? I know you've already moved to Vicario, haven't you?
Yeah, but I am considering selling him even cheaper to get goalkeeper to free up funds because I've got free transfers. So to get Gabriel and a Rice or a Bruno G, I need to downgrade someone and Vicario to a 2.9 or less goalkeeper. I can do that with 3 moves. But so I could get someone like a Lemons or whatever he's called, Lemons at United, but he has been absolute, just averaging 3 points a game. It's just pointless, really.
Can I guess your other guy?
What?
Can I guess your other guy?
Go on then.
Have you got Jorgensen written down?
Yeah.
2.4.
2.4.
What is Sanchez though?
He had a knock at the last game, muscular injury. But with the new guy picking a different goalie, he might stick with him. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's too risky. I like the Raya shout because he might get two games this week.
Kepa.
And Kepa. Yeah. Or I was looking. You got Aston Villa might play Marco Bizzot in the cup this week, and then he might play the Europa League the next 2 weeks. Same thing with the Forest keepers. It's like you might get Victor.
Could you afford Trafford? Because Trafford might get the FA Cup, well, he should, and then you never know. He could do a Kepa situation, and then he gets the Carabao as well because he's played all other Carabaos, I think.
Yeah. How much
do you think Pope gets 2, or do you think Ramsdale gets 1?
I think it's 1-on-1.
Yeah.
I think Trafford could be a good shout though if you can
It's
afford
too
him.
expensive. Too expensive. 3.7.
Oh, City tax.
I don't mind the Jorgensen one. If there's no sign of Sanchez again, I don't mind it. The only thing I did hear, I listened to so much football content that I don't know where I heard it, but the new manager who's set to come in, there's links there, isn't there? Is it Strasbourg and Chelsea?
Yeah.
And I haven't gone to check it to see if it's true, but I think I heard that the Strasbourg goalkeeper is on loan from Chelsea. And apparently he's one of these managers who really likes the playing out from the back and all that kind of thing. Like, is it out of the question that he brings his goalkeeper with him or something like that? If it is one of his key positions, possibly. But then you can't have Jorgensen, Sanchez, and another keeper. Yeah, for a 1 weeker, might not be too bad. Nathan Wisby says Keith Lemons in goal.
I was looking at the cheaper ones as well. Perry, Leeds have been doing really well, but he's only had 1 clean sheet in that period.
You can't go back there.
I know.
Yesterday, Perry.
I never went there, did I? I didn't have to. I had Roofs.
Oh, okay.
But Roofs is 3.3 now. He should have just kept him in the first place. Henderson's gone pants and he's carried on getting cleans. I know this is a daft one, but he has actually got nice fixtures coming up. Petrovic, 2.7 million. But yeah, he probably won't play the cup match, will he?
Couldn't catch a cold, him.
I know.
They've just got Fraser Forster back, haven't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cover.
In on emergency cover. Most cushy job ever, isn't it? The old backup third keeper. Yeah, I'm feeling like I might just leave it. Just let the goalkeeper pass on, or just get someone and don't worry about have it fixed then. But it feels like a low upside move, doesn't it, this week? Goalkeeper.
Mike Penders is the goalie at Strasbourg.
Is he a Chelsea player? Have you double checked that?
Yeah.
He's on loan.
Yeah, Belgian, 20-year-old Belgian. I think they got him from Ghent. I remember them signing last year. Yeah, Genk.
We've done cup punts from David. A week where there'll be a lot of rotation coming off a heavy Christmas schedule. What are your punts? Done it. Wisby punts, done it. Amorim. Amorim sacked. Discuss. Tony's a United fan. You've always got a lot to say about United. How do you feel?
I think ultimately it's got to the point where he's just wanted sacking to get the money.
Be nice, wouldn't it, if you could just do that?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's not changed anything. Like I think at some point you have to try something different. I like the guy because I think he's honest. I think he's honest about the position they're in. He never tries to convince you that United are world beaters. They've been unlucky. I once remember, I think Steve Keane at Rovers, horrible times. And he once tried to convince the fans that we'd had a good game because even though we got beat, I think 5 or 6-0 off Spurs in the first game in Blackburn's history, we'd never had a shot on goal at all. He convinces, but we had more touches in their box than they had in ours.
Puts a spin on it. Spin master.
Yeah, full of shite. But at least he doesn't come out with any of that stuff, and he was always truthful to the fans. He don't try and put wool over your eyes kind of thing and trick you into you're not seeing what you're seeing. And Ten Hag was absolutely delusional, weren't he? Just follow the plan. What is the plan? Relegation? What's the plan? But is it going to change anything? I don't know. I think they signed better this year. So I think, although they're weak defensively, I think attacking-wise, they've definitely signed better. And I think there is a bit of progress that's been made that way. So the person coming in does have a decent attack to work with. But yeah, they've got to somehow shore up that defense and get it working as a unit because they're as leaky as the Titanic was.
What do you think they'll get?
Southgate.
I would love to see it, to be honest.
That's who I want them to get. Make of that what you will.
Con, would you donate Eddie Howe to them?
Oh, they nicked sporting director offers, didn't they? So they might nick out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this, right? Because I've heard about Howe and I've heard about Unai Emery as well. There's no chance. No chance. Surely not. They'd be absolutely crazy, either of them, to do that move.
I think if however left us, it would be for England or just like a mutual agreement at end of season.
I was watching a TikTok earlier, right? And it was Scholes and Nicky Butt. And they were standing there and they were asking them questions like, would you take these as the new manager? And they were dropping stinkers, mate. I think they said it was yes or no. And they said Glasner, and they both said no. And then they said Roy Keane, and they both said yeah. And I was like, come on. Zidane, potentially.
No.
Roy Keane, yeah.
Glasner's a good option. I think the Bournemouth manager, Iriola, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think again, it's like when we talk about people building things and like Arteta being afforded the time at Arsenal it weren't going right, and usually it's right you get sacked, but he's been afforded the time to build something, and obviously, hopefully for Arsenal and Arsenal fans, that this year he's going to finally win the league. But he's been given that time to build the team. Now, I'm not saying Amarin should be given any more time, but if you bring in someone like a Glasner, and we were on about it last week about Thomas Frank at Spurs, they've tried all this. Oh, let's get in a proven winner. Let's go and get Zidane. Let's go and get Conte, Mourinho. They've tried all that. What you need is to just take a step back and go, right, we might not win anything for 4 years, but let's implement something in the club, build it from top to bottom. And these people like Glasner, Thomas Frank, that at Bournemouth, the Areola, they're not just getting results and stuff. They're building these teams and this like just a brand of football. They're so good at it, and that's the type of manager, that United need. And yeah, obviously a bit tongue in cheek with the Southgate. He's definitely not the person they need. They need someone who's going to build something. Not and Zidane. I wouldn't take Zidane, but I wouldn't take Roy Keane either. Don't want Nicky Butt's on about.
I'll put it back onto Dream Team. I think we've covered Dave's questions really. Well, petition to remove Gordon from the game. Another one stung by Gordon. There's still another half of the week. I'm sure it'll be fine. Is Rice a must-have player now we're back from his fake injury? Let's have it quick fire. Yes or no? Tony? Must-have?
He's one of them very important players.
Yeah.
He's not a must-have because would I take? So this week would I take any of my 5 out for him? No.
If it was not a Carabao FA Cup week,
right? If it were a double Prem week and I knew that the swelling had gone down on his knee, he very much would be making his way into my team.
Connor, is he in your plans? I know you're Bruno G.
It's Bruno G. All right. He might have made his knee bad again, but with knee slide.
Yeah, swollen back up.
Yeah, Bruno G this week, but like you said, if it was a normal double, it'll be hard to split them, to be honest. So I'm not going to say must have. Yeah, if I can have 6 midfielders, it's a must have.
Yeah.
What's that? 12th man? 12th man?
Yeah.
I think I spunked that in game week 4.
Doku cap. You mentioned that, Ben. Fancy
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I do fancy it actually. It's definitely one to consider.
It does. Yeah, it does feel like if you do take a chance this week, I mean, it can, but it feels like it won't go horribly wrong. You'd think. It doesn't feel like anyone's got like a standout, you know?
Yeah.
If you've already got Shirky, would you do Foden to Bruno Guimaraes?
No.
I don't mind it. But it can burn you.
You can get a dog shit start from Foden easily. He's like the guy who normally starts in cup games as well. It might be a false 9 Foden, and then you're fuming. He could get 2 goals.
If he can play as crap as he did the other night and still stay on the pitch again, I mean, he's undroppable, isn't he?
He'll bounce back when everyone's removed him.
Yeah.
Would you move any City players or just keep what you've got, Ben?
I'm going to keep him. Keep him because you never know who's going to start the Exeter game.
Load them
Could
up.
be 5 or 6. Hey?
Just load up with City and just hope you get lucky with one of them. Like if you,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you might get minutes in the semi-final as well. So plenty of minutes there.
his question 2 was, what forward would you bring in the game week with the intention of holding for the longer term? 4.9 to spend. I don't like any strikers at the moment, unless it's a punt, maybe like a Visser. Fancy it?
I brought him into my FPL team. He's done all right for me. Yeah, like you say, the striking options are just not quite there, are they? The midfield is loaded with options.
Yeah,
You can go Watkins if you don't have him. But I mean, he might not even start Tottenham.
No.
That's a Marlon, isn't it? That's a Marlon job.
Yeah, I like that. Oh no, he's an AFCON, that good sound. Yeah, it'll be Marlon.
Streets won't forget Marlon goal bonus.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't really like any dual game week players that isn't Haaland as a striker. Like Gyökeres is just he's doing his bit for the team, but he's not getting the dream team points, is he? So he's not scoring the goals. I like Visa over Voltemada though. Definitely not going nowhere near Voltemada again. Obviously, João Pedro should get minutes in one of them games, but it's probably going to be Arsenal, isn't it? So
yeah,
probably rather go for Watkins because Villa want to go strong in that game because they ain't got another game midweek. I believe anyway they'll go strong.
Does anyone believe in Jesus at 4.1?
Igor.
I meant Gabby.
I know you did.
No one fancy that one?
I've got noted down that instead of just going for forward, why not play 4-5-1 or 5-4-1? Because I much prefer the midfielders. There's loads of midfielders you can go for next week.
Yeah.
Like even Enzo. Enzo's quite a cheap price. Could scam a second game. Like he'll play the Carabao. Could get minutes in FA Cup, and then Chelsea fixtures actually pick up. So you've got someone you can over. I'd rather Enzo than any of those strikers we've named.
The only problem I'm having looking at mine is like from this, like I like Eza, I like Bruno G, but I've got a midfield of Foden, Shirky, Saka, Gordon, and so I can only bring in one midfielder. So if I brought in a Bruno G, I can't do like an Eza punt. So then, it kind of has to be Bruno G, I guess, or a Rice. There's no
Might have
sixth
to
mid.
cash out on Cherky. Cherky's picked up all that budget now. You can cash out and be up.
He's looking a bit tired, but yeah. With an Exeter game, he could be on 12 bonus in half a game.
Yeah.
Or 12 ppm.
Enzo Fernandez scammed me because I sold him the week before he scored, and now he scored twice. And he scammed an extra shot on target in the last match as well, didn't he? How many shots did he have?
Yeah.
You've missed one of them. He got 2 shots on target for that goal.
Yeah, he did. Great save from Donnarumma to get a cross for it as well. So lucky not to pushed it wide.
It's like Darwin Núñez style, and he was just loved just kicking it at the keeper.
Yeah.
Joe says take Gordon out. Gordon to Bruno.
I like Gordon to Palmer and Twang if possible.
Yeah. No mention of Palmer for the double. We don't know. You'd imagine he doesn't play Charlton, like the way he's not getting risked, but differential. Ian, what are you doing with Ekatike? Is it a unanimous sell?
Yeah, it's sell for me.
Sell.
Yeah, I just think it's too risky with him playing on the Monday night. You can get a potential double game week player in. It's a shame because you got Burnley the week after. Might bring him back in.
Hokey cokey. Diamond, go for a 1 week punt like Eze, or roll the other transfer, or do a double punt. Any risks of a double punt? Getting stuck with them, maybe.
Yeah, I think because if you have any injuries in that second game, like with the likes of the City lads and Newcastle lads, Arsenal lads, I think you can end up a little bit stuck. I think putting Eze in and roll the transfer just in case of anything happening, I think that's enough. I think Eze is a good punt as well.
Maybe you can punt Eze, take Ekatike out, and then put Ekatike back in the week after.
Shake it all about.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Ben, from Andy Barnett. I think he's in the chat as well. So, what do you think is the best option this week? Max cap or choosing a sub? This is your conundrum.
Don't know. I'm starting to go off the max cap now. I'm just thinking. I don't know. Because I'm going to be majority of my players are going to be in the semi-finals anyway. I can't see any of them going off mad. You know what I mean?
I think
I'm gonna be very defensive.
You've got an extra transfer this week, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just be throwing a non-starter in for that first game and then picking somebody through the weekend.
Ekatike to Chris Wood. Captain Wood.
I might do the Kepa move with my spare transfer. See if we get 2 games out of him.
And then have a go at me when he doesn't start.
Yeah, I'm going to do that and avoid the Raya drop. Well, then again, he's going to keep a clean sheet against Liverpool anyway, so he won't be dropping. I'll leave him.
Nobbles, last but not least. Evening, guys. Halfway through the season, and most people have used most of their subs due to the amount of injuries this year. First part of the question is, do you think bringing in subs has been a successful enhancement to the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't think there's any reason to object, is it? Everyone gets them. There's plenty of injuries, so everyone's going to get hit by them. I think it's good. I think it's a good one.
This one's giving us 5 safety nets, get out of jail free cards for injuries.
Yeah,
there's no negative to it.
What about if we could have one every week?
One a week? One sub on top of a transfer?
Greedy
like an emergency sub every week.
Greedy bastard.
You're just transferring you're transferring the guaranteed player who's not going to play from first game every week, and then you just go to anyone.
But then you're stuck with him for the next week. It's 2 transfers, like you said before.
No, sub him out again.
Yeah, sub him out to another injured player who starts.
You just leave him in. I suppose you just leave him in there, don't you?
You just have one injured player left in there.
Yeah.
The second part, is there any tinkering that you would do to how it works? Obviously, there's been a few crappy scenarios, like the me and Tony both went Timber to James, but then
Yeah.
Timber come back midway through. Could be a skill issue there, or could there be somewhere they could fix that?
No, I think that's the risk you take, and that's the thing with using them in singles or doubles. Like doubles, you've always got that risk. I don't mind it. I think it adds to a bit of risk. I think with the way it does work, the timings and stuff like that, it makes it more difficult to do. So you got to plan it a little bit more. It's not just like, oh, he's injured, so I can just make a sub and choose from anyone on the game now. I think they've done it right. I think sometimes it'll be worth using a sub, sometimes it won't. And the better managers will usually make a better decision. So it adds that you've got to be engaged to do it, I think.
I'd like it if it were the 3 p.m. kickoffs. You know someone's out, you can also go for another 3 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah, that's decent. I'd written. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that, because I'd want to be able to swap to someone from the same game. Yeah. Like, do you know, if you targeted like a City fixture and it's a really good fixture, and then your guy's not there, let me have another City player.
They'd never be able to do that, would they?
No,
because they wouldn't be able to fix that into the app.
Well, we spoke about that safety net feature, didn't we? What game was that from?
Fanting.
Yeah,
but then if they drop your player down, then your player comes on, they don't give you your player back. So you could drop from Foden to Doku because Foden wasn't playing. But then Foden comes off the bench and scores an hat-trick. You're stuck with Doku, even though you picked Foden.
Yeah, maybe if he's not in the squad, like, do you know what I mean? Rather than
don't get no minutes.
Yeah, if he's completely unavailable or not named, but I suppose how they're going to put that into the game.
Yeah, I think that in the chat, Joe, I think that is probably an important one, because once you're using a booster, it's such a big week for you. And if you go, basically you're going down to 10 men because you can't use that sub. So yeah, I completely agree with that, Joe.
Yeah, if you go max cap, if you go goal bonus week, and your Haaland cap don't turn up,
it's not good, is it?
I suppose you get your vice, but
just another one I forgot to mention before when we were talking about punts. Reinders is on a bit of a purple patch. 4 goals in 6 starts now. You could end up getting a start against Exeter.
Troll. That's pissed him off. That has. Tony's gone. He had Reinders, didn't he, earlier in the season? You've upset him.
Christmas is over.
Reinders and Shirky, they've had their time.
Yeah. And Jesus.
No, he comes back, doesn't he? Anyway.
He comes back at Easter.
Tony's gone at the key moment. We need lowest score out the door, man. We'll do the other leagues, and then we'll hope he reconnects by the time we get around to that. So, the Dream Team Tonic Guest League. I suppose we have to read you out there, Connor. Not in the top 3 yet.
I keep jumping up, but then I drop down when all other players play. And then as soon as my Arsenal cleans wipes, I'm gone again. It's just been clean wipes, like Van der Ven as well.
He's down in 8th actually, but we got to shout out we got to shout out our mate Jim, he's got 109 points this game week. He's got max captain in play, I think, and it's fallen on Igor Thiago.
And he's got the Bruno G Hall, and he's got a couple of hauls. Stupid week, really good,
insane. But yeah, top 3. We've got G Brooks, G Bristow, and C Stone. Oh, hang on. Where did you go?
Oh, just off for a piss.
Oh, is it this? I thought we'd lost you. I thought we'd lost you.
No. I'm still here.
Yeah. Graham in 3rd, George in 2nd, and Chris in 1st.
I am on that one.
Had a good good week there. I think he'd gone double. Was it double or triple? Newcastle defence, hadn't he, Chris?
Yeah, triple.
Lovely stuff.
He got the Chow goal. He put Chow in, and I think he got the goal.
Tonic Cash League. Do you want to take this one, Ben?
Yeah. Hang on. Is it Pointer in third? Burns in second, and Wisby top. I think he 13th in the world at the moment.
I want to know who he's capping. Wisby, if you're in the chat, who are we capping this week, mate?
Yeah, don't be asking us. We're asking you.
Yeah.
Bruno.
Tonic members only league. Connor, can you see that? Do you want to take that one?
Yeah, just top three. Sherwood in third. Silent Powell in second. And top of the shop, it's Butter King.
Oh yeah,
Nathan
Butter Pasta
Wisby.
King.
The Butter Boy.
The butter pasta's on him when he wins the whole game.
Buying the whole just go butter pasta. 200 butter pastas.
Happy days.
If he wins the whole thing as a celebration, I think should share that video to the world there.
Yeah, definitely.
Celebration video.
Live.
Yeah, what would you put your success down to? A bowl of butter pasta each week.
Yeah.
It'll be in his Dream Team article when we're asking for a little column on the website.
Unreal. Lost my train of thought here. And then on to the tag team league here. So we've got David Folks and hang on, it's not Tony Blackburn. Bradders in third. What's Bradders' first name again? I've lost it again.
Tom?
Is it?
I don't know, I'm guessing.
Come on, you're
I know it's not Tony.
Discord community support officer, Connor. What's Bradders' first name? On the spot.
I actually don't know. I'm in a private group chat with him. I'll just call him Bradders.
Bradders.
Yeah, I don't know his
in
name.
third. In second, we got G Dolly and Stephen Williams. I'm learning. I still don't know G Dolly's name though. And it's important
Glenn.
because is it Glenn or are you just making this up?
That's Glenn.
Because you are a very good guesser. Because what I was going to come on to say is if I'm reading you out on a regular basis and I can't remember your name, you know, there's a lot of pressure when it's live. Or I just don't know your name. Get in touch because last week I read out Mr. Burns and as Tony suggested, B James. Now we mentioned this week, and they actually did get in touch with me, or Mr. Burns got in touch. So Mr. Burns and BJ up in first. Congratulations in the tag team league. It's actually Mickey Burns. So well played, Mickey. And you won't believe this.
James.
They call him BJ.
Oh yeah, he's definitely called BJ.
It's actually Brenton James. Well played, Brenton James. But Mickey did inform me. I hope he's not winding me up, but they do call him BJ, BEEJAY.
Yeah. So when you have kids, you always think of like the abbreviation of their names, like to avoid any school, nicknames and stuff. But BJ, obviously, his parents didn't think about it.
But anyhow, congratulations. And yeah, if I haven't remembered your first name, like Bradders there, get in touch. They'll finally sink into this skull of mine. Right. Lowest score out the door. It's what everyone's just been waiting for, really. They don't care about the questions. They don't care about our team. All anyone wants to know is who is getting eliminated.
That's it. They just click
this week.
click on, don't they? They fast forward all the way through video and just go to lowest score out the door.
think
So game week 17. Let's get it up here. Game week 17. Here we are. Maxwell, you've done all right, mate. You're all right. 158. There I am. Still in there. Excuse me. All the way down. Here we go. Silent Powell. Survived. To be fair, he did it by 10 points as well, so it wasn't even that close in the end.
That's going to be a fun one to eliminate. We're coming for you.
Silently. Ash Nern. I'm guessing it's Ash.
That's Ash.
I mean, it's time to go, mate. It's gonna be a sad one, but look, game week 18 so far, he's trying to do a double. He's down there again. So, I mean, I think it's time to go. I mean, we don't want to double your. Don't want to see your team either. But yeah, so game week 17, Ash Nern. Here we go. Settings.
Now, you're not going to believe this, but not only did Mickey get in touch with me, Ash knew he was getting eliminated.
Oh,
he's actually sent in a message
get away.
that he once played as he's eliminated. So kick him out, get him gone.
Here we go, Ash.
And I'll hit the tape.
Remove. You gone, mate.
Just sum up how you're feeling. There's a bit of a hostile environment out here. What's going through your head, Luke?
I'm not bothered. Really, I'm not bothered. Really not bothered. Can I just say one thing? You guys pay for tickets and you're paying for my prize money, so thank you. Thank you for my money. Thank you for booing me. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Legendary.
Well played, Ash. Unlucky, mate.
Yeah, unlucky.
We pay his wages. Right. Great to have you on, Connor.
Yeah, cheers for having me. Always
cheers,
a pleasure.
pal.
I'm sure we'll be seeing some more of you soon.
I'm always around in Discord. I run it.
Discord community support officer.
I run this town.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're thinking of playing up in the Discord, like, just don't bother. He's on it.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
I'll bring my siren emojis and my police gifts, and you'll be timed out, and then I'll run to my bosses and see what I can do.
You got a baton there or anything?
Yeah, we're gonna have to start giving you a gun.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
A baton's fine. Right, well, yeah, that is everything for this episode. We always end on a high there, don't we? Thank you, everyone, for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're not already. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye.